Welcome to Ram Vision's Colorado State Soccer Update. I'm Alex Clow here with head coach Bill Hempen. It has been a little while since we've done one of these, but the real reason we are here today is to talk about National Soccer Signing Day. So to start off, what are you most looking forward to with this new signing class next season?
Yeah, you're always excited about a new beginning for these kids and see how they react going from high school and club soccer to the college level, and see how quickly they can make that adjustment. So there's always a bit of excitement, and I know they're all players expecting to come in and have an impact, and we expect them to have an impact. It just depends if it's going to be day 1, day 2, day 50, I don't know, but it's always exciting.
Of course, and we'll start off by talking about the first signee, and that is Ariel Hopkins. What are you most excited about having her on the team?
She's left-footed. It sounds odd. I don't know. We've been really kind of looking for those flank players on the left side of the field that we don't have to kind of adjust. We can be a little bit more consistent with our service from the flank. She's very technical. She's got good pace. She's a multi-sport athlete. She runs cross country, and so it's going to be a very good addition to this. Coming from a club program down in the Dallas area, the Solar, that's very well represented at the national level. So we're excited about having Ariel with our program. Of
course, and then second, Gabby McDonald. She is another goalkeeper. Is that something that you felt you needed another goalkeeper, or is it just?
Yeah, we lost Paige to graduation, and so we put us down to 2. So we wanted to add another keeper to this particular class, and Gabby, just down the street at Rocky Mountain High School, another multi-sport athlete that we're going to share with Coach Bedard in the track and field program. Okay. But she is I went and watched her play a basketball game about 2 weeks ago, and she's quite an athlete. And so we're excited about having her with us. A quick story about goalkeepers. So dealing with balls in the air for goalkeepers is always a challenge, and Gabby handles flighted balls into the box as well as any female goalkeeper I've ever seen. So we're excited about taking one more attack away from our opponents, hopefully with her having an opportunity to join in the mix of goalkeepers to go with Hunter and Sid.
Of course, she has some great people to learn from in that area.
Yes, very much so.
And then third, we'll talk about Jackie Balderrama. What is something that you think she could potentially bring to the team next season?
Well, we've always been in search of a player that's got just something a little bit different than everyone else that makes a matchup problem for some of our opponents. I think Jackie's another left-footed player, so we like her a lot too. I think her technical ability and her willingness I don't know how to say this, being comfortable with the ball at her feet is going to be something that we really need in the offensive part of the field. Even though I tried to make her a defender, I don't think she's going to allow me to let that happen. A kid that plays with an absolute smile on her face like all the time. So excited for her to be a part of us too.
Of course. And fourth, Marisa Porous. What are you looking forward to most with her?
Marisa is another kid another Texas kid that we've got on the sheet. 3 kids from Texas and 3 Colorado kids, but she's another one that I've recruited her in one position, but most recently we saw her playing in a different position, which is great for our versatility. Excuse me. But she's another good program, the Dallas Staying program out of Texas, very well respected throughout the country. So we're getting these kinds of kids, and Marisa's just going to add to it. Talk about a committed young lady. She lives in Austin but plays in Dallas, so she makes that drive quite a bit in order to challenge herself as a player. So again, just like everybody else, we're excited for Marisa.
You mentioned it just now that 3 are from Colorado and then 3 are from Texas. Why is that? You've never had anyone from Texas.
Well, one of Ariel's coach, Derek Missimo, for the club team. I've known Derek for a long time. Way back when I was coaching at that other place in North Carolina, and he was at the rival of the other place. We butted heads as coach and player. But he told me, he goes, "Coach, you've got to come to Texas. All these Texas kids love Colorado." So I took him up on that, and I'm going to go down and see some more of his kids play sometime soon. So it's if you've been up in the mountains on Texas Week, it's I can understand why they like it. They like it so much here.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, that's exciting. We'll move on to the 5th signee, and that is Samantha Stute. What are you looking forward to with having her on the team?
You know, Sam is how do I describe this? She is a no-nonsense, very controlled, very confident in her ability in the middle of the park. She's played as a defensive midfielder for another very good club team in the state, Carlisle Storm, and she is one of the most consistent players I've seen. You know, she does her job. She doesn't lose possession in the run of play, and is just physically is a strong player for us. And as I've watched, Sam's committed for a little over a year, and as I've watched her over the course of the past year and a half, she's really gotten even better than when she first chose to be a Ram. So that's always a plus when you're seeing these kids develop in their respective clubs.
And last but not least, defender Scout Bolender. What are you looking forward to with this defender?
Another Colorado kid. Scout's just an athletic kid that's going to give us some versatility in the back. You know, we recruited her as a center back, and you know she's going to get that opportunity there. But I also think we might give her a chance as a flank player, as an outside back, and you know, she's another one that's you want kids to want to be a Ram on top of it, besides everything else, and she's one that wanted to be a Ram for a long time. And I have always felt that you get a kid like Scout that wants to be here, and she's a good player, and surround her with some other good players, and it's only going to help her in her goal to be a major contributor to our program.
Now we also have a transfer coming on this year, and that is Bailey Bedard.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking forward to there?
You know, Bailey is the daughter of Coach Bedard here, our track and field coach. So I know that she's battle tested because I've been around Brian. But I think Bailey's she chose to go off to Kansas State, which is fine. You know, sometimes kids got to try something different. She chose to come back, and we welcomed her with open arms. I mean, she's joining us right now. She's been with our team, and I'll tell you what, she's making our kids go, I better get with it, because she's at the top half or the top part of our fitness program, and she wants to come in and kind of prove herself, and she's doing it right now. So we're excited to have Bailey come back home, one of many over the course of the short career of this program that have gone off to other places and chose to come back to CSU, and we couldn't be happier.
I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do. I also noticed that most of the players are midfielders. Is that partially because you're trying to assess some sort of a need there, or?
You know, we're looking for soccer players, and it seems like everybody's a midfielder. And but you took it like a Taylor Steinke from a year ago. We recruited her as a midfielder, and she ended up playing forward. So I don't know how to be analytical about all this, but you've got good soccer players, and if you have a good soccer player, which we think a lot of the midfielders are, we can put them in other positions and get kind of move the technical and the vision part of it all around the park. So we think we're in good hands there. It's not by design that we've recruited all these midfielders. It just we felt that those were the best players available to us, and we'll use them to the best of our ability.
Of course. Well, thank you for being here today, Coach, and I wish you guys the best of luck next season, and I'm really looking forward to see what all of these girls can do.
Thanks, Alex.
That'll wrap up this Colorado State Soccer Update. I'm Alex Clow.